Hi there from Leo Media. Today we are going to recap and count all the casualties in the movie Abigail, which was directed by Matt Alpin and Tyler Gillette. Well, let's get into it. The movie begins with a ballerina called Abigail, the daughter of a powerful underworld figure within New York City, who is kidnapped from her home by a group of mercenaries and then taken to a secluded mansion in the woods. The group is led by informant Lambert, who receives them on their arrival and gives them further details on how to proceed with the mission. He then proceeds to seize their phones to avoid them being tracked. He further warns them not to reveal their true identity amongst themselves and to Abigail, and proceeds to give them aliases from the Rat Pack. The group consists of former Army medic and recovering drug addict Joey, former NYPD detective Frank, wealthy hacker Sammy, sociopathic driver Dean, Marine sniper Rickles, and Canadian mob enforcer Peter. After 24 hours, each will receive a $7 million check, as long as Abigail is kept safe. Joey is sent to watch over her, and as they bond, Joey reveals to Abigail that she has a son. As Joey takes her leave, Abigail warns her about what will transpire during the night and the mistake they made kidnapping her, as she was the daughter of a powerful man. A confused Zoe joins the group downstairs and tries to find out from Frank who Abigail's father is, as she senses the mission may be more dangerous than the group bargained for. Frank assures Zoe that there is nothing to worry about. Curious, Frank goes upstairs to confront Abigail to find out who her father was, and finds out that her father is Christoph Lazar, a feared crime lord. This scares Frank and informs the group of his discovery. The group decides to stay more vigilant and finish the mission so they get paid. Some hours later, Dean pulls a prank on Sammy and tries to flirt with her, which she doesn't take kindly to and sends him away. Dean then decides to head to the kitchen. He gets distracted as the basement door opens and then heads to investigate. Seeing nothing out of the ordinary, he heads back, but he is attacked by an unseen assailant and screams for help. Sammy hears his scream and rushes to his aid, to which he finds Dean's decapitated corpse, making Dean the first casualty at about 38 minutes into the movie. On seeing this, Sam alerts the rest of the group. The group becomes very frightened as they think that Dean was killed by Valdez, one of Lazar's most feared henchmen who beheads his victims. Rickles then decides to leave, but finds the door locked. In an attempt to open the door, the home security system activates and bars them inside. Joey then decides to check on Abigail and to inquire from her if someone else was with them, to which Abigail tells her that Frank is Valdez. Joey then reveals the information to Rickles, and they both come up with a plan to protect themselves. Just as the pair leaves, Rickles suddenly stops moving. Joey then checks up on him, only to discover that he has been mauled to death, making Rickles the second casualty at 46 minutes. Joey then confronts Frank about his hidden identity and his intention to kill them all, to which Frank denies and tells Joey that Abigail lied to her. Frank then tells Peter to rough Abigail up, to which Joey chases after Peter to prevent him from hurting Abigail. During the altercation, Abigail transforms into a vampire and attacks Peter, but Frank gives her a headshot. To their surprise, Abigail recovers and stands up, causing the group to flee in terror while locking her up in the room. Distressed, the group discusses how to kill Abigail, as bullets do not physically harm her. Frank, Peter, and Sammy suggested using garlic, holy water, or a spike to kill her. With their newfound weapon, with the exception of Joey, the group seeks out Abigail and they find her dancing with Dean's decapitated body. The group proceeds to attack her, but finds their weapons useless against her as she pins Peter, stabbing him multiple times with his cross pendant. Frank then tries using his stake, but Abigail makes easy work of Frank and impales him in the leg with his weapon, with Abigail letting them retreat and laughing at their futile attempt at killing her. They meet up with Joey, who scoffs at their failed attempt at killing Abigail. Joel then suggests that they should make use of the tranquilizer that Lambert had given them for the mission, as it seemed effective. Once more, they set out to find Abigail and manage to tranquilize her with Peter's help. Unfortunately, during the scuffle, Sam got bitten by Abigail. They then proceed to lock her in an elevator. Upon awakening, Abigail reveals that she knows the kidnappers' true identities and that Lambert set them up for her to kill because they all wronged Christoph. In turn, Joey deduces that Abigail has been killing her father's enemies in an attempt to win his love. She offers to spare one person if she is released, and Peter attempts to free her, but he gets shot by Joey. They leave Frank in charge of watching her as Joey and Sam tend to Peter's wound. Abigail easily breaks out of the makeshift cage and starts strangling him. Joey quickly intervenes by ripping off wooden planks off a window and exposes Abigail to the sunlight, which turns out to be her only weakness. The group escapes Abigail and regroups at the library, and Sammy comes up with her escape plan. With only hours left before nightfall, the group splits up to find a way out. Sammy and Peter pair up together. However, Sammy suddenly turns into a vampire under Abigail's control and feeds on Peter before killing him, making Peter the third casualty at 1 hour 22 minutes. Abigail then has Sammy attack Frank and Joey, forcing Joey to destroy Sammy with reflected sunlight, making Sammy the fourth casualty at 1 hour 24 minutes. Just then, a secret entrance opens and the two follow the path which leads them to Lambert, who is revealed as a vampire. Lambert explains he was turned by Abigail for betraying her father and offers to turn Frank to help him kill her father. Frank accepts and Lambert turns him. Lambert offers Zoel as Frank's first victim, but Frank stakes Lambert in the back, killing him instantly, marking Lambert the fifth casualty at 1 hour 29 minutes. Frank proceeds to kill Joey but is interrupted by Abigail, who walks in on them. The two get into a fight and Joey seizes the moment to escape. Frank drains Abigail's blood and then proceeds to pursue a fleeing Joey. Frank catches up with Joey and throws her off the balcony, but she is rescued by Abigail. Abigail makes a deal with Joey to spare her and the two team up against an inexperienced Frank. Together they subdue Frank and use a spike to impale his heart, killing him instantly, making Frank the sixth casualty at 1 hour 40 minutes. With Frank dead, Joey is freed from the vampire's curse. As Joel leaves, Abigail's father shows up and threatens her. Abigail stands up to her father and reveals that Joey saved her life. He relents and permits Joey to leave. Upon departing the estate to reunite with her son, Joey treats herself to a lollipop. The end. If you've enjoyed this recap, kindly follow us, or Abigail is going to come after you. Until next time, it's goodbye from Leo's Media.